Adrian JIMENEZ de BALDOMERO. A 67.90 personal best from last season. He's 20th after the short program. He'll need a 103.28 to take the lead. And he's going to skate to a very familiar piece, Hungarian Rhapsody, number 2 by Franz Liszt.
Adrian JIMENEZ de BALDOMERO from Spain. You can see just not the skate he was hoping for.
No, and I think, you know, there was a lot of, in the main body core, a lot of braking at the waist, and this was problematic. But for the most part, he would take off quite okay, but not high enough to have enough time to get the free leg out, and then would land still rotating and would have to flip out and head challenges. Let's take a look at some of the elements here. There's that opening triple. Lutz gets the free leg back, then hits the ice. He wanted to go into a double axel. It's on his planned program sheet and couldn't off of that. And then here he intended as well, but then he was just trying to save himself from not falling, but does. You know, awkward. You're trying to keep off the ice there. And then here is the triple flip a little bit later, more on top, patient, gets up to the double axel, gets it done.
And, you know, it could be nerves as we see the loop take off. It could be snatching things, just not being able to settle down into the knees and ankles to facilitate the landing position glide. Or maybe it's just a technique issue that he's developing.
Yeah, I think for him, you see him break a lot. So when he thinks he's off, when he is off air, off balance axis in the air, I knew I did this for you there. I did that for you. I said, oh, I better get that.
Yeah, nicely done.
You have this sense, okay, it's not going well, and you break your body in order to save the landing. You don't fall, but you land on 2 feet or whatever. So that upper body core has to be absolutely straight and strong, and you have to trust it and stay with the rotation and keep that back straight. Even if it's not perfect, you'll most likely land on 1 foot as long as you don't break that upper body. And that was what was happening a little bit here during this performance. But you can see he can do it. He's a good athlete. That's not the issue.
Yeah, and it does seem so much the case, both in the women's and the men's event, that those that have the confidence or technique to sustain the landing glide, it seems to be, it's reserved for those top 2 groups. It just seems that they are a more comfortable place to be able to withstand that landing position and consequently see the GOEs boosted up.
Yeah, and you know, Mark, some of them may have an off-ice program that is really training their main body core and giving them the strength that's needed. If you prepare a young athlete to have the muscles and the strength and flexibility they need, and then you give them dance training, you're going to have everything you need to be a skating coach, because you're not going to have to struggle with the body's weaknesses causing the problem on technique. And so preparation, if you're going to compete, preparation, body preparation, fitness is so critical.
And we see that in these, you know, elite systems or international centers where they have a whole setup to facilitate the coach being able to work purely on technique rather than the multifaceted aspects of, you know, body and mental aspects as well.
Well, let's take a look at the free program scores for Adrian Jimenez de Baldomero. 70.67. That's third in the free program. The 114.57. That also puts him, for the moment, overall into third place. Not happy with that. Totally understand that. Keeps that back nice and straight and strong.